I tell you what, Twitch on the Xbox, fantastic. I could have gone to McDonald's, got myself a burger, come on, made a cup of tea before this goes live. Simple as that.
Start mentioning cup of teas again. Scott will go mental.
Oh no! Did you hear? He said I had a Chernobyl kettle. Apparently.
I know. Yeah, I was listening to it. I was trolling in the comments, but you never read them out.
Sometimes the thing is though, I'm really going to upset the Xbox community here because I'm really kicking him already. On the PS4, you have a sidebar, so obviously when I'm watching the game, whatever you say comes up. It's nice and easy, really straightforward. But unfortunately, on the Xbox, they think, nah, you don't need that. You don't need that. Obviously, it's Bill Gates, Microsoft. They think you need a PC to do that. So obviously, I have a PC there, but obviously, it's a bit of a pain in the backside going from there and back, and
right.
You know, that's
I
my
was
excuse.
I offered one constructive criticism in that whole thing. And there was a chance where the Saurus could have easily got himself a 2-dice block on the ball, and he completely missed it.
I bet we missed it.
Can't remember what it was now. Yeah.
I blame space. That's my excuse. Anyway, what can I say? Welcome, Eldar Caveman. He is my co-announcer today, so welcome aboard. Good to finally get you on the show. Stepping out of the space magic shadow, because apparently you're his Padawan. Apparently, he lends you everything.
Wow.
So yeah.
Oh, is that what he's telling?
That's what he's telling me. He's telling me all your greatness is when you follow his rules, and when you get knocked out and stuff, that's you because you haven't listened to his rules. So, but he did say though, to be fair to him, he did say that he did get further than him, and he was genuinely gutted when he did go out. So you know, he was all right, but apparently you owe him your bloody everything. If you win a championship, you might as well give him the belt because he's the one who taught you. So there you go. I mean, the good thing is probably you won't get mistaken for Hunter on the show anyway. So that's something you've got over space. But it's going to be an interesting show. We've had obviously the quarterfinals. They've all been done, so we're now into the semi-finals. So we'll have a quick look at them as well later on. We'll also start with the pole position where we'll look at the top team. What obviously is your good old master, Space Magic W. So we'll have a look see how his team, because his team got a bit banged up. But I think it's time to recover.
Yeah, I heard about this. Obviously, I'm a little bit out of the loop with this season now that I've been kicked out.
It apparently
annoying.
What he's saying, and I say this, he might be trying to pull everyone's wool over their eyes here. He said he accidentally pressed the search button and got his team going, spinning, and then it matched straight away and lost a few players. And then obviously he had to play the game
sound like something he'd do.
Yeah, he seemed very genuine about it, and I'm really. And I said, I was saying, crikey, that's impressive because I have tried to get a game for the last 3 days. I can't get one. I'm like,
because obviously I've been out of this league. I've gone to messing around on the PC. I've not really tried to qualify because it's a bit late to try and qualify on the PC now. But you can pick up a game any time of day. You literally waiting 20 seconds for a game. It's insane.
It is.
It's a big difference.
It is really good. I mean, the problem I have I'll obviously play on the PS4 and I'll play on the Xbox. And it's really nice. Go on the PC and that's it. Effing this, effing that. Hope someone dies of cancer and all this shit. You're a wanker. And then one of them said to me, "Oh, what you stalling for? What you stalling for? I told you I'm gonna fucking, I wasn't gonna fucking, I'm gonna let you fucking win, but now you fucking stalled. That's it. I'm gonna, and it's effing this, effing this. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, do you have anything else in the fucking dictionary? And he's like, because you've stalled and you're being a prick, I'm gonna try and beat you. Oh no, I'm not. I'm gonna go AFK for the rest of the half. So I said to him, well, that's all right, mate. I'm an admin, so by all means do it. I'll just get you banned. You ain't no admin. You got no power here. Really, like that's the sort of expression I thought he was going to like really kick it off on that. And I'm like, I am an admin. No, you're not. You can't do shit. And then after the game, I spoke to obviously one of the admins, and he got banned. And he's like,
I was playing a Chaos Guy yesterday. With Kislev. I turned him over.
Yeah.
And then just ran the ball at the run of the pitch, and he's like, well, my only purpose in this game now is to injure as many players of yours as I can. I said, okay, enjoy yourself. I'll take the win. And then his next whole turn of blocks were pushes and scores. He didn't knock a single player down. I just thought, I would love to see his face right now.
Oh,
Boiling
no.
up inside.
I don't know what it is with PC. I mean, I know a lot of PC players, and they're nice, but they have a lot of complete psycho serial killers or people.
I honestly think it's how easy it is to write the messages, because I'm worse at messaging people on PC than I am. Never get like insulting, but if I'm having crappy dice, I will point it out. Just it's so easy to type a message, and I think that's all it is.
Yeah.
It's keyboard warrior syndrome, isn't it?
It is. I mean, I just mute everybody now because it's almost every second game I get someone. It's like I must do stuff to annoy people. But I mean, we'll talk later about the PC Master Race, see what you think. But it is a very contentious issue. You know, it's been going on since I think Blood Bowl came out on the PS4s and Xbox and that.
I've got something controversial to say about that, but we'll
wait. Oh, controversial! People have been waiting. That's it. That's a great. I like this. They'll be staying in there going, we can't leave until they said that controversial, and that's a good thing. I like you. You can come on again. Let's start from the beginning then. Pole position. So yet again, somebody has to spoil the show by keeping top spot. You know, so we need to have a look at Chaotic Purpose. It ain't. But the good thing is we get to see, you know, his Padawan, as he calls you. Tell us what you think of this team. Where's the mistakes he's made? Because he's got to have made a mistake. He's got to have done. And if he hasn't, just make some shit up. It'll just annoy him.
What's he on then? He's on 49, 12 and 3. He's lost 3 games.
I know, it's shocking. It's shocking. I mean,
he's slacking there a bit, isn't he?
It is. I mean, he says it's easy.
Rusty in his old age.
Yeah, I mean, he was diabolical, really. Diabolical. I mean, you know, what can you do? I mean, with this team as well, I mean, he should be losing any games, should he?
What did he lose against by looks of it? Lost against a Norse team. A Norse team that broke his armor 17 times and killed a player.
Yeah, and the ironic thing was he was playing himself because it was Hunter who beat him. So, you know, he was actually playing himself there. So he's obviously he couldn't get a game. He had no friends, played against himself.
That was
He had
Cheney.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think it was 10-15. The Norse actually killed his Case Warrior. To be fair to Hunter, not Hunter. I'm getting confused now. He's gonna go bonkers. To be fair to Space Magic W, he failed a JFI and he failed a 2+ dodge, I think, to tie up a 1-1. So you know, it was unfortunate.
If you look at the stats of that game, like Hunter made 39 blocks, KO'd 8 players, injured 3 and killed 1. Scott made 41 blocks, KO'd 1, injured 3, killed 1.
Yeah.
That, you know, he's got a better cash percentage against armor 9 there than Scott has against armor 7.
Yeah.
There's not a lot you can do in that.
When I played against the Crazy Boys, I think they killed or they took one of my Case Dwarfs out with Cheney straight away, and he was just being the crap out of me first half. I mean, I got it back second half, but a bit like Space Magic. Last turn, needed a JFI, rolled a 1, so bent my re-roll just to get the assist, and then obviously I blitzed, needed a push, rolled up skulls, turn 16. So, you know, that's 2 of us he's done over on the last turn, but he's a very good player, is Hunter. But yeah, it's amazing how many times I see this. We have a guy on the PS4 Champion Season 9. He usually plays Norse, and he does ridiculous amount of injuries. He's had a game where he's done 40 armor breaks. 40 armor breaks with Norse. I mean, that is just ridiculous. But again, I mean, I've had the same problem with my Chaoses. I mean, I talked to Space. See, I got it right that time. And he's the same as me. He's like, these claws aren't working. They just don't do enough damage, and that's the same thing I've had. But it seems like you need piling on. Because none of mine have got piling on, and maybe that's the trick I'm missing. Yeah, but I like to keep my.
Well, yeah. If you look at the odds, the piling on sends it through the roof.
Yeah, and that's it. Maybe I mean that's.
Well, at the same time, I think piling on's a trap for a lot of people. People don't know how to use it. They'll pile on to anything.
Yeah.
Even if they've not broke armor, they'll pile on, and it's just you end up with one of your players down for. Fair enough if you're injured, you injure them, but
if you don't,
half the time you don't, and then you've got to play down on the floor and you're out of position. So
yeah,
I think piling on can be a trap for less experienced players.
Yeah, I mean obviously for season 10, I've got a very nice Chaos team on the PS4. What's tucked away safely at the moment, and I've got like 3 Mighty Blow claw pieces, but none of them have got piling on. There's two reasons why I did that. First reason is like, well, you know what, the game itself's changed, what we'll go into later. So I wanted to try how it would look on the console if I didn't take piling on.
Yeah.
And two, I think it's important to keep your players on or standing up. You know, because obviously that you can go, like you said, you can go piling on too much. You pile on the wrong place, opens a space in your defense or offense,
especially
and
with
you're in trouble.
Yeah, especially with a slower team like Nurgle or something. You start piling on everywhere, and all of a sudden you've got 4 players down. They're going to move 1 square next turn.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit of a
do it.
yeah, it's a risk, isn't it? So, is there anything you like about this team? Then, would you be, can you see this team win it? Or, I mean, he's got a lot of unskilled beastmen. TV's high.
Yeah, I don't mind the unskilled beastmen. They're keeping his TV down. You start putting wrestling on all of them, and all of a sudden he's got another 100,000 on his TV.
Yeah,
he's got the 4 skilled beastmen who are all kitted out perfectly, aren't they? Really?
Yeah.
Two AG4 guys, one with 2 heads. Kickoff return's nice.
Yeah.
I really like the strength 4 frenzy guy. I think that he's probably the understated MVP of that team.
Yeah, because I mean, strength 5 on the blitz, isn't it? I mean, he was
strength 5 on the blitz.
Yeah,
Scott is king of surfs. You've never seen chain pushes like stuff he could do. I've watched him chain push a player from the centre of a pitch with a necromantic team before.
Wow.
Off the pitch, he can see some things that you just can't see. So yeah, with a frenzy piece on there, like you were saying last night, I think every team should have a frenzy piece.
Yeah, I think it just makes
I agree with.
It just makes it more awkward for the team going down the flank. I mean, that so I can totally understand that. And obviously, with that being strength 5, I mean, when I spoke to him about this piece, he calls it his skink hunter because obviously, if he goes against any strength tackle. 2, he's got 3 dice. With tackle, he's going to splat most of them, isn't he?
6 dice against him, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, good morning, Anania, and hello, Commander Slacker. Good to see you there as well. I mean,
is that the Yanks waking up?
Yeah, the Americans, good old Americans, USA, and all that. It's a good team. I think he's lost a bit because obviously he's lost a few key pieces, but that's going to happen.
Losing that guard. Hurts more than probably losing a pylon player, losing the guard with that Chaos Rider. I really like the fact that when you two were on about Chaos and you were looking at, I think it's season 19. So I think is it Blade that's just got Mighty Blow piling on? He's got very little guard.
Right. Yeah.
Sort of said Chaos needs to go block guard. That's how they need to do it. And everyone was like, no, that's a little rubbish. And he's come this season and he's done it, and he's just gone. Nearly got to 50 games unbeaten.
Yeah. I mean,
point proven.
He knows how to build a team. I mean, Space, as much as I poke the fun at him and he does vice versa, I mean, he is one of the best players. And he's just been a bit unlucky with, with the woofers. I mean, 33 armor breaks against him and lightning bolt didn't work. And these things unfortunately happen. But over a long period, he's always going to be up there because he does the simple things right, and then obviously he's a veteran. He knows what he's doing. He can manipulate things, like I said, with surfing and stuff like that. So he's always going to be up there. And like I said, it was a really good thing what he said to me about getting guard. He said, look, you can get guard on your strength 3 pieces, but they can still push them away. It's a lot harder to push a strength 4 piece away. What I thought was fantastic advice when he came on, I thought, you know what, that is bang on the money. And that's what he did, didn't he? He went with guard on all these 4 strength 4 pieces.
Yeah.
And that was a fantastic piece of advice he gave, I think, to a lot of them. Because all of a sudden I was doing it.
Yeah, especially with Chaos, because they're so... If you go Mighty Blow, Claw, piling on, block Mighty Blow, Claw, that's 4 levels up, then all of a sudden you haven't got any guard, and all the other bash teams have, Dwarves, Chaos Dwarfs, Undead, they've all got loads of guard by that point.
Yeah.
And then you've now lost your strength advantage over them.
That's right. And that's it. You want to be trying to throw as many 2 dice as possible, aren't you? I mean, that's the thing. And
exactly.
But it's like I said, it's still a good team. I mean, obviously Kesaro was high TV, but he's got them. Like I said, he's got a really nice frenzy piece. Was fantastic. Like I said, 2 agility pieces. He's still got 3 guys. He's got the claw. He's got the piling on piece.
He's rolled no doubles on this team again, though, has he? Obviously, he's got the couple of stat ups.
Yeah, the strength is.
Oh yeah, double 6. Yeah, I never really consider double 6 a double because you're always going to take strength. Unless it's on like a mummy or something.
To be fair though, there's not really many doubles you'd need anyway in a Chaos team. I mean, Dodge would be
It'd be
the
nice.
main one.
It'd be nice. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a Blodge Beastman, wouldn't it? Or a jump up on a couple of his Pylon guy.
Yeah, that
Jump
would be
such an underrated skill.
Yeah, that would be very nice on that. But I think the thing with Chaos is when do you fit what in? Because, you know, you need your basic skills first, like obviously your block and your guard, or your, and that's what it becomes, doesn't it? But, you know, he knows what he's doing. I mean, I asked other people, and I'll ask you the same. If you quickly have a look at Kazim Kass's case, because that's obviously what we model these two on.
What's his team called?
Something hates me.
I hate you all, isn't it?
Yeah, I just put Kazim Kass in, but yeah, I hate you all.
He's a fun guy, isn't he?
He's I don't
think I've ever played him, but he's a fun guy.
Oh, you've missed out. You've missed out on that. You need to get that rectified. This is an interesting team where obviously the Minotaur is.
Minotaur is such a waste of space.
But he causes carnage though. I mean, you know,
it does cause
carnage,
but it's gonna bite him in the arse one day, isn't it?
But people have tried. People have tried to kill this thing. And I have people going, you know what, I don't care about the win. I just want to kill the Minotaur. They've fouled him. They've lightning bolted him. They've done everything, and nobody can even put a scratch on him. You know, I think the best someone's done is badly hurt the thing. And
but is that where he's winning most of his games, because everyone's just concentrating on the Minotaur and then just
no, I think what's happening is the Minotaur every turn just about he's taking a piece off the pitch. That's where he's winning the games, and people having to try and stop the Mano. I mean, he does. I mean, he will say fuck off, Bernie. But I'll tell you now, he rolls hot dice. He does, and people have seen it.
Yeah.
He just breaks people. And it's interesting that when he usually does struggle is when he doesn't get the removals, where someone like Space, if he don't get the removals, you're pretty confident he could still get it done. Cass is built to kill. And like I said, we just talked about guard. Where's the guard on here? There isn't any. Where's the ball handler on here? There isn't one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's built for one purpose. And to be fair to him though,
he's asking for a playoff game to have pouring rain or something, isn't he? Then all of a sudden it's like, oh well.
But to be fair to him, the way he will do, and to be fair, you know, he has done it on the PS4 as well. He's rocked up and he's been top case a lot of the times. And if he gets a team going, a lot of teams concede. He has this great knack of making teams concede, because what he'll do, he'll get one or two removals straight off, especially with all this claw.
Yeah.
Then he starts fouling. He's got 3 dirty players there. Interested to put guard on a dirty player. I just don't get that at all. It's because it's a normal role, isn't it? Guard for a beastman, so it's not like it's a double. And people just panic.
Zombies.
And then I mean, especially with all coaches. Xbox have got some really good old coaches, but sometimes I just see them base him up for no reason. I'm like, you're basing up a claw piece. It's a bit like Cell Commander with his Bretonnians and that, basing up his blodgers against a Mighty Blow claw tackle piece, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
You just don't do that. If you give him 1 hit a turn or 2 maximum, you've got a better chance of beating him. Because then he will either have to be patient, or he'll have to mark you up. And if he marks you up, you get the hits. It's not, rocket science. But it's amazing how many people do this to him. They feel they have to base him up, and
got 15 players as well.
He does. He likes it. He will tell you now. He doesn't care about TV. The funniest thing I love about Kazim Kass is this: people try and give him advice, and it's like giving a red rag to a bull. You try and give him any sort of advice, even if it's well thought, he will tell you to fuck off. And I don't give a shit what you think.
Yeah, I guess 15 players on his team makes sense, because I guess he's going into every game going, those 3 dirty players are getting sent off.
Yeah. Oh, he's fouling every 10 if he can. I mean,
he's got 3 of them. They're around.
Yeah.
He's going to foul someone. He's got 3 players spare. I've got 4 players spare, hasn't he? So
yeah. I mean, let's see if you can answer this for me. He plays a lot on the PS4. He fouls in the league all the time. When he goes to the playoffs, he very rarely fouls. Why would you think that? I've never really figured that out from a guy who does it so well in league play. When it comes to the final, the playoffs, he very, very rarely fouls, and I'm thinking, well, why? Is he scared of losing
He's probably
players?
smart. He's probably a lot smarter than people are giving him credit for. Like you can foul your way through a league and get your wins and get your team qualified easy. Just live off double MVPs, and then when it's coming to the playoffs, you start fouling people. It starts going wrong. You start getting players down. You're very, very, good chance you might just end up losing it. So it probably no one is going to concede in a playoff game. It's pointless. Yeah. So he can't force someone into a concede. So
yeah. I mean that's it. Maybe that's it. But I mean he's gone quite a lot of debt players. I mean 3 debt players is a lot. But this is how he plays. And I suppose you've got to play to his strengths. Yeah. But like you said, he comes up against, I don't know, an elf team with a couple of tackle pieces and that's it. He's in trouble. Comes up against a guard heavy team. He's in big trouble. And like I said, I always think with Chaos you've got to try and find the balance. And if you haven't got the balance in the playoffs, especially against the more experienced coaches, you're going to come unstuck somewhere along the line. It's just as simple as that. Yeah. And there's going to be days where, you know what, your Mighty Blown Claw ain't going to deliver. So when it doesn't deliver, what else have you got to fall back on? And I don't think there's much here to fall back on. If he doesn't get the removals, what's he going to do? I mean, he's got really nothing there, in my opinion.
What? Yeah, if he comes up again, I'd love to see him play Drick in a playoff.
Well, Drick beat him 3-0. He beat this team 3-0.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If he comes across Drick, Skaven, that's it. He's asking for trouble there, isn't he? I don't know what else there is up there. Not really any other agility teams qualifying, is there, at the minute? Or like that are...
Thing is, though, I mean, even like Chelsea Zola, I could see him causing him all sorts of troubles because he'll have so many inducements to get stuff as well. That, he's going to have a wizard and all that sort of stuff and be able to fill his bench up. So, I'm not saying these elf teams wouldn't cause problems to anyone else or these game teams because they would. But to me, this team's built for one thing, and if he doesn't, then he's in trouble. And like I said, he always builds nice killer teams, but he's never won with one yet. And usually when you go back, sometimes, he might get a few bad dice, but most of the time, the reason they haven't won is because they haven't done the damage. And I think that's because a lot of the experienced coaches are savvy going, you know what? You ain't getting 4 or 5 hits a turn. No way. You can have your one hit. Yeah. If you're lucky, you might get 2, and that's it. And that is it. You better pray that then 1 or 2 hits are going to do the damage, because if they ain't, then I'm just going to rack up a score or whatever. Saying all that, though, which Chaos team would you have if it's your choice?
Oh, Scots all day. Scots all day. I'd rather have to grind out. I would say from 40k tournaments, I'd rather have an army that grinds out 5 wins over a weekend than one that smashes 4 people and gets battered in the 5th.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I think that's the difference. Calcium will destroy 4 out of 5 opponents, and then he'll come across Skaven and get ring round. Whereas Scott might have to grind out 5 wins, but he'll grind all 5 out.
Yeah. I think that is definitely what I do. Hi Stomper, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you here. It is, isn't it? And that's the thing. When you go into the playoffs, you're against good coaches, and you've got to try and be as flexible as possible. And that's what I've done with my case team, and obviously that's the same thing. Space has done. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to win, but I think it does guarantee you've got a better chance of whoever you play against. So there you go. But that, we'll see how he goes. I mean, we'll see if he plays them anymore. I think he'll still play them now. I think he's got himself into that situation where he might need to play a few more games, but we will see. Right then. So let's see what we have here. So, let's ask you a few questions, because you've not been on the show before, so we get to ask you some questions, what's always good. So, when did you start playing Blood Bowl, and why?
Well, I only started playing Blood Bowl, just over a year ago, last October, something around that sort of time. Basically, when we first heard about the Blood Bowl game coming back out, Scott and another mate who plays, they started getting us back into it, because we were planning on going to a couple of tournaments, which sort of fell through.
Right.
And then, so then I started playing on the Xbox, and then Scott started getting back into it big time, and then showed me how to play properly. That's pretty much it. So I've not been playing that long, really.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed something when I played. I mean, I'm pretty blunt when I know a good player, and I was like, wow, this guy's good. I've
got a bone to pick with you about this, actually.
Oh, God, go on, what have I done now? Go on,
no one knew who I was. No one cared when they drew against me. I was just under the radar, beating people, and then you go and say it on your flipping podcast. Oh no, play it now, get people on messages, everything. Oh,
Yeah.
for you. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, for God's sake.
That's it. That's the price of fame, buddy. That's the price of fame.
Oh, that's your fault.
Oh, yeah. No, I upset everybody. So
happy being incognito.
Yeah.
And that's worse that Williams went and announced to the world that he flipping knows me.
Well, that was it. I think that was the thing. I mean, I'm glad in a way it did, because it made a lot of sense, because there's a lot of good coaches on the Xbox, but there's certain ones what will just click to me. I'm like, whoa, hang on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy. He knows what he's doing. And I was like, well, yeah, this guy. And then when he said, I was like, yeah, because you had them sort of plays what he does. And I was like, oh, well, this is interesting. And then obviously when he said it, then I thought, right. And he was like, oh, yeah, he's my Padawan. I've taught him everything. And I was like, yeah, right now, all of a sudden. And then obviously people was like, obviously I put you on the radar saying, hey, watch this Eldar Caveman. I think it's the next big thing. So obviously I get blamed for that. But then obviously Space said, hey, I know him. I've been teaching him. So all of a sudden, whoa, Space Magic, what a great player he is. And this is his understudy, who obviously has got the the attention from Bernie. And all of a sudden, wow, this guy's the next real deal. And that's probably why he got what you did. So, me and Space Between us just screwed you over. Sorry about that.
That's it, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Can't live incognito anymore.
That's it. And the thing is, you're going to get more famous because you're on the show. So, hey, it's the big deal, all that Caveman.
Yeah, that's it now.
Yeah, there you go. And you made the quarterfinals as well. So, obviously, the pedigree's there. So, it's...
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, you just you just going to have to live with it. You're one of those famous guys now. So, you wait and see make on the PC. God, you'll get stalked.
Might change my gamer tag and not tell anyone.
You could do. I'm sure Space will tell us.
Yeah.
What's your favourite race and why?
I like Dark Elves. I think I'm best with Undead.
Right.
Without a doubt, I'm best at playing with Undead. But it's difficult. Really, I've got a real soft spot for Kislev. I've been playing on PC at the minute. I'm real soft. I think they're so much fun. But yeah, I guess Dark Elves or Undead, really.
It's a bit interesting, isn't it? Because I have the same thing with Necro. I don't particularly like playing Necro, but I'm very efficient with them and I do really well with them. But then there's other teams where
I'm with Necro.
You're bad with Necro.
Oh, it's so weird because they are practically on an Undead team with 2 strength 4 guys instead of the mummies and the werewolves. You wouldn't think that's much difference. I cannot get on with them at all. Whatever the subtle differences in the play, it just really throws me off.
Yeah, I think the thing what I don't like about Undead is the goals for unregenerable things with Armor 7. Because basically, although the golems are strength 4, so they're not strength 5, but they do come with stand firm, what to me is such an underrated skill. But you get 2 potential
block
killers.
On normals.
Yeah, and you get 2 potential killers in the wolf, so we're just scary. I mean, move 8, claw, get might blow on them, and they're amazing. You've only got the 2 goals, so basically only 2 who can't regen. The rest of them can. Your whites, it gives you, because you've got your wolves, so your whites can do other stuff like make them into guards, stand them pieces if you wish. They don't have to be killers. Well, I do believe they have to be on an undead team because there's nothing else what's going to enforce it because your mums are too slow. I like to say Undead. I again, it's another team I have a good record with. I don't really like them, and I think the higher you go up in TV, Undead get a bit of a struggle. I think personally.
Yeah, they cap off about 1750. You're not getting much out of them after that, which I think is fine because they're by 1750. You've probably got all the tools you really want without a bloat, and then if you start playing 2000 TV teams, you're looking at decent inducements by that point, so I don't mind them. They do fade off.
Yeah, and I suppose what we got to remember as well is when Blood Bowl the game was made a turn-based game, they didn't expect you to be playing like 30, 40 games in a in like 5-6 weeks. It was like tournaments where we play 5 games and that's it. So you can sort of understand that from that respect. Commander Slacker is saying that that's the price you pay for being the original Spaceball. So obviously we was talking about, if he was watching our stream yesterday, I called him Spaceballs. So you are the original Spaceball. So that maybe that's what you're going to get taught. I mean, maybe that's what Commander's going to do. I mean, obviously your master's is nicknamed the Hunter. Maybe you're going to be Eldar Caveman, aka the Spaceball. Maybe that might get some traction, buddy. That might get some traction.
He's Obi-Wan to my Anakin.
Yeah, probably. Oh yes, I like that Spaceball. There you go. See, there you go. You get loads of stuff when you come on the show. That's it. Now you won't be calling you Caveman anymore. You'll just be called Spaceball.
Spaceball.
So there you go. I'm sure Hunter will be loving that. He'll be like, oh, fantastic. There you go.
Which one?
Yeah, that's it, innit? Oh god, you get. Yeah, because I'm calling him Hunter again, out in his magic. Oh
That's
my
so
god.
funny.
Oh.
That's so funny last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I think
I should plug my controller in for a second.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, I mean,
might go off because Xbox crap.
Yeah, but yeah.
Have we stayed on? Yeah.
Yeah, you're still on. I mean, yeah, it was so funny. I think it's more funny when I genuinely call him Space Hunter. That's the thing, because sometimes I just generally call him that now, and it does get on. It does go
Space Hunter.
Yeah. I don't know. So I mean, it's interesting that you like your Dark Elves, but you think you're better with the Undead. I mean, obviously, you said about Kislev. I love Kislev. I think there's so much fun. I mean, just leaping all over the place. I mean,
I think if you can get them up to about 2,000 TV, I think they could be incredible with the right skill ups and stat ups.
Yeah,
it's just low TVs. They're so hard.
Yeah, and the break a lot. I seem to feel the break quite easy.
So easy. Yeah, because they're on rate, but because they're all AG3, you give up so many more blocks than you would. Like Dark Elves are out of rate, but because they're AG4, you don't give up any blocks, whereas they do. You burn through your reroll so fast.
Yeah, I mean, that's it, isn't it? I mean, that is the key, the Agility 3. That's why I probably don't like playing Norse, because, you can't run away. You just got to take the punches.
Yeah, but they've at least all got block. I think I'd rather take... I think Norse are probably more survivable. Even though they are Armour 7, they've at least all got block.
Yeah, well, it does help. But, yeah. So, is there any team that or any race that you struggle to play or play against?
Dwarfs and dwarfs.
What, you struggle to play both, yeah?
I can't play dwarfs. I cannot play with dwarfs. I've tried it. I find them incredibly boring, and I get so out of position with them, and I hate playing against dwarfs.
Yeah, I played season 1 in the PS4. I played dwarfs, and obviously there was a controversy. You've probably heard it before, where I tried to score 10-25 in overtime. I scored the touchdown. The ref said, "Nope, game's over. It's going to penalties." And obviously, I'm a little dwarf, and I get knocked out by a big freaking tree who kicks over the. Yeah. I'm a little dwarf. These big, massive field goal posts, and my little guys are bloody kick. They're completely pissed, so they're seeing basically 3 of these goalposts, and the tree who had been giving racial comments and ginger comments and all that to my poor dwarfs, still on the pitch when he should have been quite clearly sent off. Gets the ball, and bear in mind he's bigger than the freaking goalpost. It looks like he's bigger than the goalpost, and puts it over the goalpost and knocks us out. But we'd scored on 10-25, and people said, "Well, I'm sorry, overtime in the last 8-10s." And I believe, even though that was round 1, I think we'd won the full thing. So
yeah, I don't know how people lose with dwarfs, like, other than me. I think if you can play, they're so good.
You say that, but they're so slow. That's the problem. And I mean, I've got.
I guess you've got to be super. I don't know why Scott does. Scott could. I don't know anyone that could, like. I think Scott could play him just because he's so sensible in his play. Yeah,
I mean, I think dwarfs. It's always good to play as dwarfs if you want to learn positioning, because that will certainly highlight any flaws you have on positioning. I mean, I think we saw it in the game last night, and that was case dwarfs who were a bit faster because they've got hobgoblins, they've got the ball centers, where he shifted to his left, the lizard's right, and he'd left a gap where you just need to punch one out the way, and he went straight through it, and he ended up scoring. He got his positioning wrong. I mean, I saw the term before, but it was there, and you're thinking, crikey, your positioning's all wrong, and that's it. Something like Space Magic, like I said, he'd have been on a like shot, I would have been on a like a shot, and that's it. It just takes that one turn where you make just a few pieces, a square or two. We're not thinking
there's no
massive.
recovering with them, is there?
No.
If anyone turns the corner on you, there's no recovering it. As long as they're fast.
The problem is, though, I have a lot of built-in plays, smoke and mirrors, go one way, then go the other. The problem is, when I play dwarfs, I will sell it. I will sell it, and my opponent will go for it. The problem is, it's like, I'm going to go the other way. like I did one of my playoff games, and he was Necro, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's cute, Bernie. Guess what? I've got some wolves. They're gonna go back and just go back, and it's no problem." You feel like you don't get the damage. It's like, shit, man. I can't do anything. I've just got to grind, and that's why it's boring, because they're very one-dimensional. Unless the other coach makes a cock up. If the other coach is decent,
I think I almost switch off a little bit when I'm playing them as well. Playing against them.
Yeah.
Just I got knocked out in our tabletop quarterfinals with an undead team against a dwarf team.
Yeah.
I had his was like a 3-season played dwarf team. Mine was a brand new undead team, but he's a terrible coach, so bad. And he beat me. Just got switched off. I just couldn't be bothered.
Yeah, it is. I mean, people say they hate playing against them because they're boring. You know, it's. I get it, and I think, like I said, I played Dwarfs first 2 seasons, and I've got him in my private league on the PS4, and I did say to my opponent, I'm like, look, I'm getting fed up playing Dwarfs because I can't do nothing with them. It's just a grind all the time, you know, and it's just getting to me now where I'd rather just play Goblins or something and just have some fun, because it gets to a point where, you know, you're just doing the same thing over and over again. There's not much different you can do with Dwarfs, where at least with a lot of the other teams there's a lot of stuff you can do. You can do the run around, you can do the smoke and mirrors, you can switch, there's loads of stuff you can do with almost every team apart from freaking Dwarfs and maybe Neg. And that's the issue I have with them. And like you said, Dwarfs are very much hated for stuff like that, so I can appreciate why you would struggle to play them and not like playing them. I think they're one of the most least favourite teams to play, apart from maybe Chaos, because the fear that Chaos will just rip the teams up, and that obviously is a major problem.
Yeah.
But here we go. Right, we'll just have a quick look at a couple of teams from this season. Now, I appreciate you obviously haven't been in it for a while now. Is there any team, I don't know if you can look at the lead, but any teams you want to have a quick look at? Anything off your top of your head?
Also, we looked at Scots. Let's have a. Who might be? Okay. Let's have a look at Drixhaven.
Right.
Because he's smashing it with them, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, he's doing really well. This team's it's gonna take a good one to beat this team. I'll tell you that now. Or something drastically wrong is gonna have to happen.
Yeah, that's the problem with Skaven. You could very easily just have your whole team explode on you.
Oh yeah.
Especially at 2,000 TV.
It's a lot of TV.
What has he got in this team?
Decent team.
He's got no natural one-turner though, has he?
Thank God. It's hard enough trying to beat him with that.
That's always a shame. Yeah, that's always a shame on it. You kind of always want that on it, yeah. You've got 2 claw storm vermin though, that's really nice.
Yeah. That is a pain in the back.
One with horns.
Yeah, he used that piece really well. That's
and Juggernaut. That's pretty good.
See, I didn't like that. I didn't like the choice of Juggernaut. I must admit, I was scratching my head why you take Juggernaut on that. But
I guess, is he going to take Frenzy on it next?
Well, he'll do well. He needs another 99 points. So I don't know. I mean,
yeah, true.
I like him.
Yeah,
I think
maybe I'd have probably took Pardon on at that point.
Yeah, or something. Even Frenzy maybe. Than
I'm not sure why he's put the Rat Ogre in at this point. That's got to be a new Rat Ogre, hasn't it?
I think he's had a Rat Ogre for a while now. I don't know if he keeps getting killed or just really bad.
He's played one match with that Rat Ogre.
Yeah, he might have lost either one then.
Yeah.
Like I say,
I'd have probably been tempted to keep it out by now.
Yeah, it's a decent team. And like I say, it's a lot better because the coach is very, very good. And, you know, he's got a good record. He's got the referee rest area, what's interesting, so he likes to foul a lot. 34 wins, 4 draws, 7 losses, so there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, and he beat Cass 3-0 in his last game, and I tell you what, it was just a schooling session. If he really wanted to...
he's gonna, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's got kick, and he's got the gutter runners.
Yes. And the thing is like we said, going back to the early part of the show, is because his team's built to do one thing, when he plays teams like this, and it's like, well, you know what, Armour 7, big deal, I am Armour 7 mostly.
Your claw's wasted.
Yeah, so you've only got a couple of tackle pieces, and that's it. I've got a massive bench like you, not a problem, buddy. And let's say he won 3-0, and we was sort of like, we was watching it, we was impressed with it. We thought, bloody hell, Drick, man, you could have won this 5-6-0 if you really wanted to. He was in that much domination, but I suppose he was like, well, I'll just protect my players, and, you know, as any good coach does, and thought, you know what, 3-0's easy enough. And I mean, I asked him, and Drick was like, yeah, this was easy. He said, you know, I could do anything. You know, I could go anywhere I wanted to do. He bit on what I wanted him to, and you know, he was very happy, and you know, and he's done that to other coaches. But I think what it was, the thing with Cass, obviously Cass is this polar thing. We build him up, and he says he's great and all that. So to see him get his bum spanked like that, no, he very rarely gets his bum spanked like that, and especially when he's twitched as well. But I think it just shows you how dangerous of an opponent Drick is. Obviously, you've got to remember as well, he is the current champion as well with his Wood Elves. So, you know, it is the real deal, and it's been a lot of big teams as well. So,
yeah, I can see this team winning it.
Yeah, I must admit, when
unless it gets caught by, just gets battered. He's got, obviously, Stormham's got a niggling injury, and his Shorehand has got a niggling injury, so they're on borrowed time.
Yeah, I think probably like Chelsea Zola's Wood Elves could cause these. You know, some of what can keep up pace for pace could be a problem.
Yeah,
you know, something like that, and obviously with the inducements.
Then at that point, I almost think Skaven could just outbash him because they've got the Storm Vermin.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like.
I mean, I just don't really know. I mean, people might say Dwarfs are a good matchup, but the thing is, they're so slow that, you know, you might beat the living daylights out of them, but they'll probably score 2-3 touchdowns by the time you get the numbers down.
In the first half, yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know what the weakness is. Like I said, having these two claw pieces is fantastic. You know, maybe Hunter, the real Hunter, the SL Hunter USA can do him with his nose. Or maybe Space Hunter.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But I like this. I like this team. I know a lot of people are tipping it already to be the team that's going to win the full thing. It'll be interesting to see. I think he's going to be up there, and it would be.
A lot of it's on the draw as well.
It is.
I think your cast also will cause him troubles. You can have loads of inducements. Yeah. You've got loads of tackle.
Yeah, but he's got the speed. I don't know. I'd rather not play him, but you know, I have got tackle, and like I said, if I can get enough pounding on him, and he wouldn't have a wizard against me because obviously I'm a lot lower TV than him. So I can see where you come from.
Your Centaur's got tackle.
Not yet. No,
not yet.
No, I mean it's a bit of a sore subject. My Bull Centaurs, SL Hunter, the Bull Centaur. Me and him have had words, and he needs to sort his shit out. Basically, the amount of times he rolls double one and double skulls. He actually took a dive against his own namesake, what was disgusting. So he's on borrowed time. He won me a game, to all credit to him. I was like, I don't give a shit if you got blocked. Like, you are fucking jinxed. And I was going to sack him. And then he was like, oh, right, chill out, Benny. Chill out. I'll fucking win this game for you. And he did. And then he rolled a double, so he's now a blodger. So I was like, you know what? You can stay. But he was almost sacked. My best player, believe it or not, is Eldar Caveman. He's a beast.
Yes.
He is an absolute beast. He's now got Claw. My first piece to get Claw. He's like, I don't know, he's one, maybe 2 levels off getting his legendary status, and he just gets the MVP. He's like, yeah, I'll have that, thanks. I deserve that. Even when they're going to give it to Space Magic's like, no, that's man. It's obviously a mistake. He's had 6 MVPs already. He's killed 3 people. He's just like, you know what? I'll just do it for you guys. And now he's got Claw. Unfortunately, I've not been able to play a game with him having Claw yet because I can't match up. For some reason. So he's ready to rock and roll and do it. So if he's killing 3 people,
I don't think I'd play any more games if I was you.
Why? I need more. I've got 2 unskilled KS.
Nah, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
They're fine. They've still got block.
Well, let's get them up. Maybe someone in chat can
talk some sense. I don't think you need to play any more games. I think you're in a real nice spot now where you've got enough skills and you're a lot lower team value than everyone else going through to the playoffs.
Yeah, but for guard, I want some more guard. I mean, I like Bazooka. If you've been the star enforcer, he's been a superstar Bazooka. He has scored touchdowns. He's just been my little griff.
Yeah.
And that don't even start him on Space Magic. He got his freaking strength increase, and since then he's like, I don't need to do anything else. I'm 4. Who cares? And Blade scored a lot of touchdowns from him as well, Bull Center. So it's not a bad team, but I do believe I do need something on them 2 Case Dwarf blockers. The new ones. I think they need guard.
I'd say. A nice chuck on the line, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know. But the thing is, at the moment, I can't get a game anyway, so it's freaking.
Yeah.
If I do, I'll probably play some like Hunter or Space Magic or something. So I won't get any easy games though. So you might be right. You might be saying, you know what? Because a lot of the times I'll get inducements as well, like you said. What I so you know what? You may get you may be right. So I don't know.
It only takes one ball sent off to die, and you're like, oh, for God's sake, it takes so long to skill them up.
Well, it better be Space on there because I don't Blade die, and he's all right. He didn't cost me wins. Not that I'm bitter or anything. So yeah, I mean, like I said, the problem I've got again with the Xbox again is finding games. It seems to be dying again. I don't know why.
It gets the back end of the season, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's like I don't there's so many different spots available though. It's not like they're all locked up. You know, I mean, that's what I can't understand. There's so many opportunities there for people to get in the playoffs, and it's for money as well. It's for cash. So there's cold cash.
Yeah, money season.
So I just don't get it. There's so many spots, and you know, you just got to be in them to have a chance, and then you just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. I think the season 9 one. I think that Human Team's going to win it.
He plays them well.
He plays them very well. I think he's going to win it. He's got everyone's bashed now, so.
Yeah,
he might do it.
I mean, like I said, I've been impressed, and obviously Space Match said to me I played him once, I did beat him, but he's a very good player. So when Space, he doesn't give praise out much to Space, but when he does, I sit and take notice. So yeah, I don't know. I thought, you know, he's a good player, and when he played against you, he was playing really well, but then all of a sudden, second half, he gave you the chance what he should never have given you. He seemed to get a bit bored, or his positioning was wrong. And I was like, oh, there's a chink. And then he got quite a few one dices against you where I thought, you know what, more times than not, that's going to fail, buddy. But, yeah, overall, I thought he played very well. So...
And let's not forget how badly screwed over I got by this scorching heat.
Oh yes, yeah, and I hate things like that. I hate things like that.
I hate it. I want the kickoff table banning.
Yeah, I mean, right, we'll get into the soapbox now because that puts us nicely onto the fair subject. What is the random kickoff table? A lot of people have been saying, but it's split down the middle because we've got people like the random aspect of it, and then there's people like yourself, and same as me. I had the same thing happen to me on the PS4 in my playoff game in the quarterfinal. I'm receiving 9 of my players stunned by pitch invasion. 9. Yeah. That was it.
So
it was game over first half. So,
obviously stuff like that's like really obvious in your face, like game changing. But stuff like if you come against like a Dark Elf team earlier on, and they've only got 2 rerolls, and then all of a sudden they get a reroll for kick-up table. You're now playing like 100,000 TV down each for that half for nothing. Because they rolled an 8 or whatever it is on the kickoff table.
Yeah.
Mad.
Yeah.
And like, same with Chaos as well. If they get an extra reroll, it's insane the difference.
And like the Rock as well, taking out your star player.
That's so bad.
Yeah, I mean that is annoying. It's bizarre because I've played it in private leagues where there's no kickoff table at all, and you know it plays very well, but. You know, I don't know, because when it happens like it did, I mean, you grind for 6 weeks, then I get pitch invasion, now players out. I'm like, what the fuck? Now play it, seriously?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's it. I actually score my turn, my drive, and, you know, and it's like, there's no skill involved. The base of the computer said, turn around and said, you're not having it. And 12 hits the one I hit, like you found out yourself. It's like, it becomes not a game of skill at all, it's just pure luck. And that's the issue. I think
it's mad as well because you've got 11 players on the pitch if you want at most. You're rolling a 1 at most. You should get 2 people off, and then you get like 4 or 5 players off, and it's never your flipping zombies, is it? It's always your mummy and your white.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, we've been talking, and we're going to be talking a few things in a moment. But one thing that hasn't come up on discussions for season 11, you know, obviously, is admins. You know, we're not always with the hookers and drinking all the fine wine and that. We actually do some work.
It's not all sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
No, exactly what you said. And we do try and improve it. And there's various things like the 2-minute turns instead of 3 minutes. That's been coming up, and various other things. And wildcard spots will have a word in a minute. But nothing's come up about, hey, let's take out the kickoff events, because we can do it. We can take them out.
Yeah.
But no admin to my knowledge has ever said that. No coach has ever come up to us and said, oh, Bernie, how about taking the kickoff events out because it's just screwing the game? So is it just that every so often when we do get a bad experience like we both did, that it just enlargens the problem? We think, oh, you know what, because would we feel the same if it was the other way around, where my opponent had 9 players down? I think I'd be like, I'm going to
I feel so crappy. Yes, you've got an easy win, but it's like, well,
it is,
it's just ruined it. It's ruined like that playoff game. If that had happened there, it's like, well, for God's sake, we both got this far. I'd rather have a game where we both just have completely average dice and then just best man wins.
Yeah. I mean that's
there's just the problem is there's just too many weird role-playing people that like playing Blood Bowl. They like weird stuff like that, so they're not gonna ever go for it.
Yeah, it's a funny one. I mean, it's supposed to be random, and they'll tell you it's supposed to be random, and they don't want it where best player wins all the time. They want it so that you go into a game, you're like, oh, everyone's
got a chance.
So I get that, because otherwise you'll have the same guy winning it over and over again, and I get that. I mean, obviously the Brits love an underdog, so we always cheer on the underdog anyway, so we sort of understand that, but when it happens to you, it can be frustrating, so... I think it's something what maybe the admins or maybe I might just toss out there just to see what people say more than anything else.
I like 2-minute turns though. I like going to 2-minute turns.
I mean, that's the next thing. I mean, you like the 2 minutes. I love the 2 minutes. I personally, we've got Ronaldinho in the chat as well now, so you'll probably tell me off for saying this, but I personally think the Xbox is struggling. I think 2 minutes could be the thing what could really give them a kick up the backside.
Yeah. I go to switch on games and I'm like, oh shit, I think I've got an hour. I go, oh no, actually, people are really slow at this game. I'm not going to get a game in now.
I've done that many times before. And it's like... Everyone has their own different skill levels, and I appreciate a lot of people play a lot slower than I do. I mean, that's fine. But my problem is with these 3 minutes is when they've got 3 minutes, there's a lot of coaches. They've probably done it in 2 minutes or whatever. But they think, you know what, I've got 3 minutes, I'm just going to drag it out. And it's so soul destroying. Yeah. But the key thing is
it's
what
not
you
so much that
said. You know, when you said about, oh, can I fit a game in? If it was 2 minutes, you know what, I can get a game in. But 3 minutes, it's such a lot. It's such more random on the time length. You just can't risk it, and that's what we found out.
You can smash through your turns, but your opponent can slow down, can't they? Too much.
Exactly.
But I also think a lot of the skill of Blood Bowl goes when you start having longer turns. Because I think it's like I've got a friend who's our other person who plays Blood Bowl. He always says, noughts and crosses. If you have unlimited amount of time, it should always be a draw. But it's the fact that you have to play it really quick and someone makes a mistake and that's how you win. Same with Blood Bowl. If you can sit there for full 3 minutes, 4 minutes, stare at a thing and go, oh, that's how I get out of this. You should never, no one's going to make a mistake. You start putting 2 minutes in, the games start opening up a lot more.
Yeah, it does. It's more exciting. The thing is...
You start seeing the real skill of it is to be able to see what you need to do in 2 minutes.
Yeah, to me, you shouldn't be thinking what to do on your next turn. You should be thinking before it. You should be having a game plan, like a bit like chess, I suppose, where you should be having a game plan, knowing what you're going to do. You should know before it comes to your turn, roughly, what needs to be done. That's where the skill level is. In my opinion.
I very, very rarely pay much attention to my opponent's turn. Like a lot of the time, I'm not even in the room. I'll go out and do something.
Right.
I just very, very, very makes me laugh sometimes when I'm beating people, and I think, I wonder if they know I'm just in the kitchen making a bowl of cereals.
Well, you know what I do.
Putting my iron away.
That's why I like playing.
I just play very, very reactionary. Just like I'll just play to what's in front of me, basically. Just play completely reactionary, rather than overthinking. Oh, I need to do this next day. I need to do this next day. Because I find I become unstuck with that, or I get too stuck in the idea of doing it.
Yeah.
That's why, and then you end up going potato.
Yeah, I mean, with me, I mean, 3 minute turns. I mean, obviously I do it live streaming, so I go and make drinks and all sorts because like freaking out 3 minutes. What else am I going to do in 3 minutes? I'm gonna. Do you know what?
It's so long, isn't it?
The only thing I worry about.
I don't know what Mrs. complains about. 3 minutes is ages.
I mean, I worry because the only thing I worry about is when I'm out of the room is if he injures one of my players, like kills a player, and I ain't in the room to save him.
And you don't upload it.
That's why I like Necro and Dead and that because I've got regen. So it's like, well, if he dies, it's up to the computer to roll the 4, not me. The Xbox admins are having a good say on this. We've got Ronaldinho saying 2 minutes sounds like you want to put more random in it. No, I just want to see the better players play better. What else have we got here? I'm sure Hunter said something good as well. He says 2 minute turns would give us a chance to play the same coach that we just played a second time. I'll be honest, on the PS4 that very rarely happens. I think I've played 3 minutes on the Xbox with my Chaos, and I would log on and get woofers. An hour later I might then log on again and get woofers, and then get woofers again, and the 3 minutes ain't saving me. The three and what people say.
The problem
right?
with the Xbox is you can look at the time of day and go, oh, I know who's spinning it this time.
Yeah.
Because it's the same people all the time.
The thing is, by people saying, oh yeah, but he's high TV, so you're going to match with him. I have freaking high TV. I'm around the 1500s. I can play anybody. Yeah. But guess who I play? I play the top seed all the freaking time. I think I play about 7 times. And that's on 3 minutes. That is 3 minutes. That's not 2 minutes. So I totally disagree. I mean, everyone's like their opinion, and to you, that's what you believe in. But to me, the thing is, I played a lot of 2 minutes on the PS4, and it's very, very rare you see that. Maybe it is a bit more busier, but PS4.
The open ladder used to be 2 minutes, didn't it? Before it became Champions Ladder.
I don't know.
Like the NAF League or whatever.
I'm not
sure.
That
used to be 2 minute turns.
The way we look at it on the PS4, and what it was as well is we didn't just snap to 2 minutes. We obviously take feedback. And we was told, come on, 3 minutes is really too long. Because we had a lot of people on the PS4 who were just fanny about.
Big investment.
Oh, they just mess about. And we had a few griefers early on. And 3 minute turns, AFK, every turn was a nightmare. And that only stopped when we started cracking down big time on it. But you can imagine, 3 minutes. And we had players like Fantfox, who obviously needed the 3 minutes. And Pong Hands and that. And like one of my friends was like, when I see the name Pong Hands comes up, I get my book out. I get everything out because he just takes the 3 minutes. Even if he has 4 places to use for defense, he'll take the full 3 minutes. And a lot of times that's people trying to break you down mentally because you're like, for God's sake, But
because it's never 3 minute turns either, is it? Because by the time you've got all your block counters, your animations, everything like that, it soon goes up. Like you can look at a turn taking 4 or 5 minutes. If they start breaking loads of armor or taking ages to pick a dice. Everything like that, the turns take so much longer.
Yeah. I'm aware of the Dode thing about these statistics and that. Anyone who knows me knows I don't care about statistics. I care about I'm not clever enough. So I just look at am my PS4 base happy? Do we seem to be playing more games? Yeah. So my community is happy. More games seem to be getting played. And everyone's and they're happy. My thing to this is we've had a few people where they say, oh my God, 3 minutes to 2 minutes, we're not going to be able to do anything. The time's going to run out. We're not going to be able to do it. It's all going to be random. I'm going to lose so many more games. And it's like, well, have you played 2 minutes a lot? No. Oh, well, why don't you give it a chance?
Get good.
Yeah, and it does. It makes you better because then when you do get the 3 minutes, you appreciate it and you think, "Whoa, wow!" Because when I play in the playoffs now, it's made me better coach. Because like 3 minutes, wow, I have a whole minute there, so I can go back, check things down, and it feels a lot better. My issue with the Xbox is it's not getting that many games as it is. Why not try it? What are you gonna lose? Yeah. It might not work, but what if it does? What if all of a sudden people like saying, oh, I've only got an hour and 20 minutes? Oh, but yeah, I can play it because it's only 2 minute turns. You might say on average it's 70 minutes, but you can't say that. You cannot log in and think, right, it's 3 minute turns, it's going to be done in 70 minutes. Because I can guarantee
you've still got like a 5 minute wait time to find a game most of the time as well.
Yeah. and yeah, at least. I mean, obviously on the PS4 and the Xbox, that can be a lot longer than that. Then obviously, sod's law, you're rushing your turns through what can make you make mistakes, and then your opponent's just like, yeah, I'm gonna just chill out for 2.5, 3 minutes, and then all of a sudden you either have to concede or something goes wrong, and I just see a lot of benefits for 2 minutes, and I just think, why not try something different? If it doesn't work,
yeah, I can't see there being any harm in trying it.
I can't, because it's not like it's not like we've got tons of players already playing it 24/7. I've gone 3 days, I think, now without getting a game with my Chaos Dwarfs. I've spanned various times. I tell you what shocks me. I played Saturday morning against Little Yoshi. Saturday morning British time. I then went back on at maybe 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, and guess what? No other result apart from ours had been done. And that is a weekend. And that's when I expected it to be quite busy. And I was like, why is my game the last game to be played? I played that like 8 in the morning. Yeah. And to me,
the players are there, because at the start of the Champs Ladder, it's mad. There's loads of players on.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, that's it, wasn't it? It was really busy in that. And like I said, it's not the admin's fault. I mean, there's still places available. They're just, for other races. I just 15 minutes. I tell you what, it's not 15 bloody minutes. If you're telling me I have to wait 15 minutes, freaking hell, I must be the most unluckiest person. I am very active on Blood Bowl, and I'll tell you what, if I get a game within 15 minutes, I'm a happy bunny. So maybe I'm just unlucky. But honestly, I've been trying to get a game with this. I think this team needs playing more, and I just can't get a game. And the point you've got now is, it's like some people said in the chat, I dare spin me humans because they'll come into a bash team. So I suppose in a way that's the other issue when it comes later on. We find that on the PS4 as well, where some teams are getting wrecked now. They're getting absolutely wrecked. We saw Blade, Snaggle, and Hero Jones Orcs. They was ripping each other to shreds. So I can understand that as well. I can understand why people don't want to risk their better teams. So I get that, but to me it's like, I want the Xbox to do so well, and they've got so many great coaches. The community, the fan base. You've got great admins. Everything's in place, and I just feel, oh come on, back your console, back it. Come on, keep playing. Yeah. And I thought with Legendary Edition coming out, and now Cash has returned, I thought it'd be a lot busier than this. I honestly do. And I just think, well, what can you change? What else can you change? 2 minutes means more people might have enough time to play. One guy said, you know what? If I play 2 games on a trot, that is a massive investment. That's between 3 to 4 hours investment at least. He said that's a massive investment. Where I said if it's 2 minutes, there's a good chance that's going to be like about 1.5 to 2 hours, depending on how quick the guys play. Like I said, it's all conjecture. It's all random, but. Like I said, I can only say, and it was interesting that, I mean, the only reason this conversation came up, and it really did shock me, is because Dode was talking about the PC. And I would have thought out of every single format, the PC Brigade would be totally against it, because they like their own way of doing it. It's 3 minutes, and it's their game. It's, it's a PC game, and they're better than everybody else. And, and that's how it all came about. And, and obviously I spoke to Dode and all that, and it's like, yeah, we have never looked back since turning 2 minutes. It's gone really, really well. And we, apart from Fanfox, who was a big name who wasn't happy, everybody else seemed to be, and all I'm saying is if Xbox did try it, what happens if all of a sudden you got more games? That's got to be good. It's got to be good for the community, surely. More games played, everyone's happy, you keep your cash or whatever, you keep your Champions Ladder, everybody's happy. Because otherwise, you're going to get the point where someone's going to have a PS4, an Xbox, or a PC, or whatever, and go, oh, which format shall I buy Blood Bowl on? Oh, well, the Xbox don't have the Champion Ladder, don't have the cash, but the PS4 does, or the PC do. Oh, well, I'll get it on there. Oh, you know what? Yeah. If I get it for the Xbox, hardly anyone plays it, but if I go on the PS4, oh, there's loads more players, so I'll go for the PS4. And we need to get it so that the Xbox is where people are like, oh, it's such a cool place, I want to buy it for that, and that's what I'm saying.
I'll imagine there's loads of people who get turn on their Xbox, like they'll get it, they'll spin in the Champions Ladder, they don't find a game, then never switch the game back on. I think, oh, no one plays that. Yeah.
It has been frustrating for me, I must admit. And it's like, I've been like doing stuff for my from has shown that. I've seen people like Blade, and I've seen him on there, and he's in the menu, and then about an hour later, he's still in the menu, bless him, trying to find the game.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. And I'm thinking.
But then, and at the same time, then I think if I come on and I see someone like Blade or someone who I know has got a team that's just going to batter mine,
you don't want to
sat in the menu.
Yeah.
I look half an hour, he's still sat in the menu. I thought he's the only one in that queue. I am not spinning.
Yeah. And I can understand that as well. But I'm just thinking, you know what? People aren't going to play game. I mean, it's staggering. I mean, you know, even when I used to be on the PS4, the same thing as well. It's like my brain's like, oh my god, this is the whole world, and only one person spinning. How is that possible? You know, because I'm thinking, oh god, there's so many people in this country. You know, in this world, and only one person at this time is spinning. What I find that, because Blood Bowl, I know people say it's a niche game, but it's more popular than some people say it, you know, and I just think, wow, how come there's nobody else playing? It seems crazy. Slacker saying it was probably quite because Star Wars came out. Yeah, I mean, Hunter saying, and the more that does spin, because if that in that mindset, the more matchups with just top 30 are there. Yeah. I mean, they're all valid points. I agree, and I know it'll put a lot of people off. I totally agree with that. And that's the thing about the kill teams, isn't it? It is a problem. But you find out a lot of us, if you can't beat them, we join them, and that obviously causes more problems. We've all been there. Now, here's another question. Well, there's two questions. We're going to get to the bit where you gave us that bit of that juicy tidbit early, didn't you, where you had something to reveal. Was that about the PC gamers and the console gamers?
Yeah, I think it's just a controversial opinion about the PC.
Go on, let us know. What's the controversial one?
I think it's easier to get a good record on PC than it is on Xbox.
Right. Okay. And why is that?
Well, when I've just been spinning now, you spin on the Xbox, and there's a good chance you're going to hit Magic or yourself or Calcium or Blade.
Yep.
So you're going to hit. It's hard to get teams off the ground. I go on the Xbox now. I could probably, if I wanted to, probably get a 10-0 undead team out of nowhere, just because you're still a lot of new teams spinning.
Yeah.
Still a lot of bad players in there. The chances of you hitting one of the good players are so slim.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot easier on PC to get qualified.
But they, you know, and this is not everyone. There's a lot of nice, obviously, PC players, but quite a lot of them say, well, you know, it's easy on the Xbox, or it's easy on the PS4. We even had Jimmy Fantastic saying, hey, guys, I'm on the PS4. Easy money, I'm going to go and take their cash because they can't play. But then, when he came up against a decent player, he got beat. And then he just ran back to the PC.
I think probably the top 10 coaches, I don't know anything about PS4, I assume it's the same. Like the top 10 coaches on the Xbox and the PC, you know, they're probably in the PS4, they're probably all roughly around the same skill level.
Yeah.
There's going to be some that are better than others, but they're probably all. But whereas then, you know, you've probably got 30 coaches that regularly spin on the Xbox. See, like, whereas on PC, there's 100 coaches spinning.
Yeah.
So you're not going to hit them, and you just hit people who aren't great coaches.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot easier.
I mean, when I obviously. We had this, the way it was this. The PC classed themselves, not everybody, but a lot of them classed themselves as superior Blood Bowl players. Then it was the PS4, and then the PS4 was, not everybody, but talking to people was like, yeah, Xbox guys can't play. And Cass, I know it's Cass, but Cass even said they can't. They're just no good. They're nowhere near. And he's even said, like, oh, playing on the Xbox has diluted my skill. But then I'm saying, right, okay, we'll go with that.
His skills fouling people.
Yeah. But how is it then, Mutt, who is an Xbox player, yeah, he's only just come to the PS4, he made the semi-finals. The semi-finals on his first attempt. You can't turn around to me. You can't turn around to me and say S Hunter, Ronaldinho, Space Magic, yourself, could not rip it up in the PS4 or the PC, because you would. I just think there's a lot of good players, and I've said, and I know it annoyed a few PS4 coaches, and I tell you how it is. I think it's harder on the Xbox because, like you said, I've got a great chance in playing the Hunters, the Space Magics, yourself, you know, the better coaches. Where on the PS4, I could come against the lesser coaches, or like you said on the PC. Because there's so many teams, and so many coaches, you've got a good chance of missing the big names. I've never played one of the big names on the PC because there's so many.
Never.
But I tell you what, I played the best players on the bloody PS4 and the Xbox many times.
Yeah, you can't avoid them.
You just can't. So
I'd like to see Cyanide set up a cross-platform between PC and Xbox.
With this,
the winner of each Champions Ladder.
Yeah, we've
final.
Me and various of the ones who wanted this to happen. I don't know if it's because of cash or technology. I don't know, because obviously Rocket League, that can do cross-platform. I think if they could do it, it would be brilliant. It would be fantastic. It would be ace. Or even, like you said, even if Champions of Champions or the top 6 Xbox versus the top 6 PS4 or something what would be really cool. Or
I think Xbox PS4 is harder to do than Xbox PC. Because they're both Microsoft.
But even that would be great. The Xbox lads take on the PC, even just for friendly banter or just for bragging rights. I think that would be great, because I think the Xbox lads would give them a go. I'm not saying they'd win, but I tell you what, it wouldn't be a nice, easy walk in the park for them. And like I said, Jimmy Fantastic is a very good player. He's very famous, obviously, PC player. And he got beat. He got beat big time on the PS4. This is one of the premium PC players not making the playoffs on the PS4. So this thing about, PS4 coaches are very good. Well, he didn't make the playoffs. Oh, Xbox coaches are very good. Oh, really? Well, you know what? Mutt's the only guy who's come across, and guess what? He made the semi-final. So it's all a bit... people got to get away from this console or PC thing and just treat coaches as they are. Like, shit, that Space Hunter, he's fucking... Space Hunter. Space Magic, I done it again. That Space Magic. He's a bloody good player. He would rip it up on the PC. We know that. He'd rip it up on the PS4. Same with Drake. Yeah. And same, like I said, with Hunter and everyone else. So, it's just one of those things, isn't it? And... The only thing I see difference between the consoles and the PC is when I go on the PC, I get tons of abuse. Really, it's just ridiculous. Miserable. I get loads of AKs. Obviously, the 10 TD fouling and all that was absolutely rife in there. Never a problem on the console. But on the PC, it's like a wild, wild west, isn't it? It's like everything goes on there, and you go and shag your mother, and I hope you die of cancer, and all this shit. Like, whoa, I just rolled a 5 to catch the ball. Chill out. And it's like, why are you stalling? Because that's the game. Well, I hope you die of AIDS. What the fuck? And it's like, whoa, man, chill the fuck out. It's a game. And I get that continuously on the PC. You don't get that on the consoles. And I know people say, oh, well, it's harder. Well, you know what? The PS4 have an app, so I can type. If I want to slag someone off, I can type and slag them off quite easily on my keyboard. I just think console players are a bit more, they respect each other a lot more, And I think that's the thing. I get what people are saying, like, oh, well, it's a lot harder. But I just think console guys are just like, oh, well, it happens.
Maybe it's the sort of people that, obviously, I'm a PC gamer, but there's a lot of people who have consoles are casual people, casual gamers. That's why you have a console. There's a lot more serious gamers. People that fancy themselves as serious gamers that play on PC. So maybe that's why. Maybe they're all just arseholes in their mum's basement.
Probably. There's a lot of Russians. I tell you what's a bit scary. There's a lot of Russians what play on the PC. It's like, do I really want to beat this guy? Is he going to send the KGB down to shoot me or what? So that's so scary shit, that. But... I mean, I had a guy. I mean, that reminds me. I had a guy saying, "If you do not concede now, I'm already into your computer. I've hacked it and everything. If you do not concede, just virus bomb your PC." I'm like, "Shit, man, I am fucking conceding."
I think I'd have called his bluff.
Yeah, well, I did, but it wasn't because I didn't believe him. Because you think because he had like this like Russian really weird names. So I thought, you know what, he might be able to. But it's just a typical Brit in me. You don't tell me what to do. I'm an Englishman. I'm a bloody Yorkshireman. If you virus bomb my computer, fuck you. I am not conceding this game. And random stupid shit. But it's like stuff like that. I've never had anything like that. And I'll play it and I'll go, go on then, I'll play a game on the PC. Fuck me. If you get some good fortune, that's it. Your mum's a whore, your dad's a serial killer, whatever. And people think, oh, you're going mad. No, seriously. These things I'm saying have been sent, sent to me.
Well, that's what I've been putting photos. I think I've been getting it worse than most because I've been playing with Kislev, and I think Kislev can be one of the... If you get some good dice, it can be the most infuriating team to play against.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So
Now
you get so much more abuse.
Oh yeah, I tell you one thing. What Ronaldinho has said, and it's a fantastic thing. He's on about the World Cup. I don't know if anyone in the chat can tell me how much money you win for winning the World Cup. But the World Cup is just for the PC, right? You have to play on the PC. Now, there was talks earlier on the admins. I hope I don't get shot for saying this. There was trying to find a way of trying to get the PS4 and the Xbox community to get them tickets. They still had to play the World Cup on the PC, but to give them the chance to try and win it on the consoles and then obviously go onto the PC and try and win the World Cup. To me, that is another reason why the PS4, the Xbox should be playing this game in the Champions Cup, keeping it busy. So then they'll look at stuff like this. So you know what, the Xbox, they're active, they deserve these tickets, and that's why I always push it and
start investing in it, won't they?
Yeah, because it'd be great. Wouldn't it be great if they give us even if it was 2, 3, I don't know how many tickets they have, but even a couple of tickets where we see Xbox coaches or PS4 coaches actually get the tickets, represent their console in the World Cup, and then beating the PC players. I think that would be awesome. They might not win it, but can you imagine, a Hunter or a Space Magic beating one of the top PC players, on this massive format on the World Cup? It'd be amazing. And the profile the Xbox would get, or the PS4 would get, I think it'd be amazing. But they're only going to give these tickets, as they've said, is if people are playing the game. And this is why if we want the good stuff, we've got to back the console. It's as simple as that. And that's basically, I just hope they do, because I think it'd be ace. Yes, Space Hunter, yeah, he could make it as well. You're right. It's right. By the way, just in case you've come in late, Commander Slacker has called Eldar Caveman Spaceball, because obviously we came up with this thing yesterday that space... I just want to say Space Hunter again. Space Magic's groupies are all called Spaceballs, because we thought Space Cadet was a bit unoriginal, so we called them Spaceballs. And considering Space Magic has said that obviously Caveman is his Padawan in his first groupie, that he has the title Spaceball. So you now, if you want to, can call Eldar Caveman Spaceball. He will love it. He will love it if everyone calls him Spaceball.
Oh yeah.
He's psyched up if you want to call him that. So anyone who doesn't know, there you go. Yeah, he is. A Space Hunter would do well. Absolutely. Definitely. So have a look. I'm just seeing what else is coming through there. But I think the World Cup would be a fantastic shot in the arm for the PS4 and the Xbox, and it'd just be fantastic. And God forbid someone like Space Hunter or AKA Spaceball actually won the full thing and won themselves plenty of cash. That would be amazing. So there you go. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, ask Bernie. I knew there's something. That'd have been great, wouldn't he? Crikey, we're running out of time as well. Right, quickly, let's talk about the piece we're going to talk about this week is the Ghoul, the Undead Ghoul. And you know what? I don't have any Undead team, so this will be fun. So I'm going to have to find one. Who's got an Undead team in the champion ladder? Come on, someone's got
Not me.
One. Let's have a look. Let's look for Undead. But while I'm looking at that, do you want to tell us the role of the Ghoul?
Yeah, I guess I like Ghouls. I think they're probably one of the most flexible players in the game, because you sort of have to build them all for different roles. You'll have your ball carrier, so you go block, dodge, sure hands, sidestep, fend, so you get that high, and then you'll have sort of like a dive and tackle one. And then you have a couple of generic ones which will just kind of take sidestep, block. They can fill all sorts of roles. I don't mind hitting people with Ghouls. They're good as sweepers with tackle. I think they fill so many holes in the Undead team, which I don't think a lot of Bash teams kind of miss in a way, having that sort of extra flexibility. I can't count the amount of times my Ghouls have got me out of bad situations just by rolling a couple of good dice with them.
Yeah, I mean, I had obviously it's Necro, but it's still got Ghouls. I had a blodge sidestepping Ghoul with guard, and like some of the PS4 guys, like, you mad? You gonna base up? Yeah. You gonna base up with a guard piece? Yeah. I'm like, well, yeah, because I'm gonna make sure the guy got tackled, but obviously having that mobile guard piece going around, he got me out of so much trouble. and he never died or anything. It's just you've just got to be mindful of what you're basing, and can something nasty with tackle that can get you. You can
don't base them unnecessarily, but it's nice to have that there.
I mean, you get 4 of them as well, so yeah, they do break. But if you've got 4 of them, I mean, Gimlick, who was the season 7 champion, he basically had sidestep, diving, tackle, blodge, sidesteppers, and they got him. They just shut down. As soon as someone potatoed or something, he'd put them on him. They couldn't get him off. Then he turned the ball off so many times. Because the thing is, ball carriers very rarely have tackle. So if they haven't got a tackle piece nearby, then they're in a world of trouble. Space Magic's Woofers, he had that annoying wolf with diving, tackle, sidestep until someone killed it. And that was a pain in the backside because you couldn't get him off. So. I mean, I suppose the negative with ghouls is obviously they have no regen and they're only armor 7, but they do come with dodge. So with 1 skill, the blodge already. They're good.
I always take 3 blodges and 1 with wrestle and dodge as a ball sacker. Wrestle, dodge, tackle. So good.
You've got to have that wrestle in there somewhere. Wrestle, strip ball, whatever. Hunter's saying it makes them so vulnerable. Trippers. Now then, the season 9 champion. Now then, Trip. Undead or Necro goals. Either. We're actually talking about Undead at the moment, but if you want to say something about Necro, then please do.
Well, I think he's got a good point there, because I think they're very, very different. Like, because on Necro they are literally just your ball carrier. Like, you probably only need 1 and just protect him, and you don't get him till later on. I don't think, because your wolves are there for the extra movement. Whereas in Undead, they're kind of vital. You lose your ghouls, like in my quarterfinal, because my ghouls went out because of the sun and stuff.
Yeah,
you find yourself so
limited.
It makes such a big such a big difference. I think he's got a good point there. They are very, very different roles.
Yeah,
it's the same piece, but they're very, very different roles.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, when I play, I don't play really Undead these days. I play Necro, if anything. But I see the point of making one as a ball handler, because at the end of the day, you want your wolves bashing. But I also like to have that cheeky blodge, sidestepping, diving, tackle piece if they live long enough. But I think they're more important to an Undead team, because obviously they need that, where there's nothing bad of a wolf taking the ball, because their movement, they can get it done if need be. Where with Undead, if your goal's out there, you're relying on your white, and he's on an Undead team, he's your enforcer, so you need him to start bashing stuff. He should be holding the ball. So I get that. 70k, is that a good value for money with movement 7? Access to agility in general,
I don't think they could be any cheaper. If they're any cheaper, you'd be taking the piss, just because they start with dodge. They got movement 7.
Yeah, I think
any more expensive, and
really...
it's getting too much for an armor 7 piece that can just go pop.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, I mean, obviously, 2 touchdowns, you've got to level up and you can make them blodgers, and I think that's just fantastic.
Yeah,
and it's easy to get sidestep and various other stuff. So they are really, really good. It's just that obviously they do break. And they do break very easily.
You just gotta play sensible with them. You can't just be leaving them out there and out of the way. And even then, they do break, but they are still. You're still asking someone to roll like just over average on. They've got dodge, so they need tackle, or they've got over average on armor, and then they've got to roll a 10 still.
Yeah,
it's still obviously it's not on Xbox because dice are mental on Xbox, but it should still be quite hard to kill them.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, though, I mean, like I said, I mean, I think Hunter's, I mean, he's just saying 3 strength. I think he's on about, look, these are ball handlers maybe with 3 strength, I don't know. So they're harder to knock down, I think, is what he's saying.
Because you look at, like, humans, wood elves, they've all got strength 2 ball carriers, they've all got strength 2 catchers. So strength 3 straight away makes a difference. They're good as well, because any stat increases other than armor is good for them. A lot of players, it's rare. There's very few players that all you get 3 out of 4 stat increases, which are actually worth taking. Yeah,
I mean, even armor later on wouldn't be a bad choice either. If you've got this real nice piece, you want to put some extra armor on. So I suppose overall all 4 really are pretty decent. But obviously, you get agility or you get strength on these bad boys. They're amazing. So, I think they're really good value. And like I said, the good thing as well is if you lose them, they're quick to level back up. That's the thing. So, when you lose I don't know, a Nagel Warrior or something like that, it's a mummy. it takes a long time, but goals no problem. Just give them the ball, and they're fast enough.
Yeah.
As long as you look after them, they'll score you 2 TDs, no problem. So it's I like them. I think they're really, really good, and I personally I don't mind them. I don't know what it is. I just don't get on with Undead. I've got good records with them, but I don't know. I just like the werewolves. I think that's what it is, and they have claw, and they move 8.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. It's one of those things. Right then, Ask Bernie. Let's go on to this before we shut it up. I had a few here. Let's have a look. Some of these we've already discussed. So what Ask Them ones. Let's have a look. Is there anyone in chat who's got anything to ask them? While I'm looking, some of these we've already said from last week. Crikey. Crikey. God, this is ridiculous. There we go. Oh well, I'll ask. I mean, we've already basically done this one. The base said they're asking me basically. You can answer this. I think we already have. They're basically saying, is the PC player far superior to the consoles? I don't think they are. Sorry,
someone trolling.
Yeah,
I think PC players are in their own heads.
Sorry, there was another part to this one I just missed out. They've said, the best coach in the world, apparently, do you think he is on the PC, the PS4, or the Xbox? Fuck me. And who is it?
I think he's on the tabletop.
Oh, that's sly. Oh, yeah, and who's that then?
I couldn't tell you, but I guarantee there's a better tabletop player than there is a console player.
I think it's that Space Hunter. I think he's the best in the world. He's awesome. I think he's the best player. That Space Magic's not bad, but Space Hunter, he's definitely the one to go in my opinion. Also,
I don't know. I couldn't really name any PC players other than probably Jimmy, just because I've watched some of his YouTube videos. Doesn't make it the best. It just means he's got a good YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, he knows.
Sage.
Yeah, so I love Sage. I always laugh when I listen to it. I think it's really good. What do you think should be a standard games per week till the end of the season? 2, 3, 4, 5 games a week per player. There must be a magic number. Crikey.
Obviously, is that to try and qualify?
I think.
Or do you think?
Let's have a look. See what else to say. I think it's to support and try and qualify at the same time. I think it's for the sake of the league. He said for the sake of the league. How many games do you think we should commit to?
I don't know. Probably 3 a week at least. People have lives. Some people obviously do more.
Yeah.
But that's 3 evenings a week, isn't it? Especially when it's on 3-minute turns, because it is 3 evenings a week at that point, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean that's the thing. 3 minutes. I say 2 minutes. I think you get more in. You can't. It's not going to make it any longer because it's you can't. It's gonna be quick. You would think. So why is it everybody plays kill teams but they never win the cup? I think personally it's because they're unbalanced. They don't balance them right. Don't know about yourself.
They never win. They've never won. I don't say they never win because they probably will win this season.
But why do you think it's...
I think they're easier to qualify with if you can put in the time for them, because you're going to get a lot of concedes against you. If you're a half decent player, you'll win some games normally. But then when you come across a good coach in the player finals who's got an agility team, it's going to have your number.
Yeah. This next one. Well, we'll leave it on this next one because this is quite a contentious one and we are running out of time. Would you like to see a res tournament? What basically is it's a resurrection, so if your players get killed, they come back for the next game.
Yes, I think it's such a different game of Blood Bowl. Res tournaments compared to leagues. Such a different game of Blood Bowl. It'd be interesting to see how well some of these coaches do actually. Like 1100 TV. And then a set number of skills. Sort of how the NAF League does it. On the tabletop. I think that'd be really interesting.
Yeah. Who's gonna win season 9? Well,
who's going to win season 9?
Yeah.
Oh, I think the humans. I'm going to put an outside bet on the humans just because they knocked me out.
Yeah, there you go. Well, it's got to be me, hasn't it? You got to be on the bench.
No, you can say you. I think you versus humans for the final.
Well, that's good. Now, apparently, I get told off when I claim myself the underdog. So just for Space Hunter, I've decided to pick myself to win it. So there you go. He'll be happy with that. Yeah, well,
if you get through to the final against the humans, then you're no longer the underdog.
Hey, what do you mean? Oh, he's beaten the favourite, the Nagel Kill team, who's beaten the Space Hunter and his Spaceball contingent. So now I can spin it as best I can. But yeah, I mean, we don't know. All 4 coaches are very, very good. It could come down to the dice. I know it's a cop out, but that's how a lot of the games are decided. With good coaches, it'll be what it'll be. I don't know. Any of the 4 coaches deserve to win it, and good luck to whoever wins it. That is my serious answer to that. As serious as you're going to get for me. But Slack is saying there's 5 minutes quick games on average. Fact. It's not fact. You can't just type fact. I'm not gonna. I'm just not gonna.
Fake news.
Fake news. We're having it. We're having it. Look, it doesn't go in our schedule. We want the 2-minute turns. We're having facts ruin our argument. We will spin it how we need to spin it. So yeah, your mathematics of 5 minutes. But tell you what, if that is the real truth, though, I would be amazed. 5 minutes.
Yeah, I've got an hour and a half.
Yep.
To play before I go out now. I'll chance a game on the PC now. I would never even attempt a game on the Xbox.
Yeah. And that's what it is. I think that's what it is. It's trying to, for people like yourself, if you've got an hour and a half and it's 2 minutes, you'll play it because you definitely get it done in time. If it's 3 minutes, you're dicing with it. It's dicey. And that's what I'm trying to get through. They said it's 5 minutes. If it is, then so be it. But I can tell you through experience, PS4's got better because it's 2 minutes. Haters are going to hate. But, that's just the way it is. If it didn't work, we would go back to 3 minutes. But it's really been fantastic.
The Xbox is the only one that hasn't done it.
Well, I don't think the PC have done it either. But, I mean, I remember when you could play on the PC for, 30-second games or whatever. They were 30-second turns. They were immense.
Speedball.
You never go full Trump. Yeah, Benny just went full Trump. Yeah, I like Trump. He's funny. We have a guy on the PS4 who can do Trump, his accent and everything, and I always he's so good. But he's got a baby now, so he's very busy, unfortunately. But I've been trying to get him on just to do his Donald Trump, or as he calls him, Donald Frump or something like that. And he's so funny. He's amazing. But yeah, I think the key thing is what you've just said. Is forget the stats, forget all that. If you've got an hour and a half and it's a 2-minute turn, you're going to play that game. If you've got it at 3 minutes, especially with a guy who, trying to qualify, you ain't going to do it. It's as simple as that. Or you're really risking it. And then, ironically, you're going to have to rush it anyway because you're going to have to rush your turns to make sure you get it in anyway. So it's, it's back to the square one again. I think 2-minute turns, 3 minutes for the playoffs is fantastic. I think the Xbox PC should try it. If it works, hey, fantastic. If it gets more games played on the Xbox, then to me, that's a win. At the end of the day, we're all here as a community and we want to grow the league. And if, in my opinion, if it works, then great. If it doesn't, go back to 3 minutes. It's to me, it's a win-win situation. But hey, that's it. Anyway, guys, that's me done. I have to go and pick up my little one now, or I'll get shot. Or social services will come around and take my child off me. That's probably not a good thing to do. I am done. Again, Eldar, fantastic, mate. Really good to have you on board. We need to get SL Hunter on there. We need to get him on this show. Ronald Bino, we need the admins on. They've got to step up to the plate now. I'll try not call you Space Magic Hunter. I will do my best. So, thanks to the number one Spaceball Eldar Caveman. Fantastic again. We'll get you on again. Controversy and all that. Fantastic. We won't tell you that he was a much better co-announcer than Space. He might get upset. So you know,
anyway.
Yeah, they all know the stuff. I just liked it when he came on and said,
we'll
I got some
come on for a
controversy.
double team one day.
I like it when Mike Conams comes on and says, I have got controversy, but you know what? We'll do it later. We'll say later. Just to entice him to keep him. The Nuffle Shuffle. I am trying to get the PS4 Season 9 champion on this week. So if you know him, tell him I want him on the show. And that will be the next 24 to 48 hours. But that's us done, guys. Thanks again for everyone in the what you want to call the Twitch channel who's been giving us all these wonderful things. Thanks to obviously Eldar man, you've been fantastic. You've made my day because I'm now Donald Trump. So hey, just give me my money, my private, and my women as well. Don't forget them, and I'll quite happily wear his wig. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's all about that. And facts, we don't deal with facts. We deal with the way Trump sees it, and that's more important. So. Off we go. Take care, guys, and I'll see you on the Blood Bowl pitch. And if you do, please come see because I need the XP. Thanks very much. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
See ya. Cheers.